Why is the music so loud? Maybe that's better. Hey up, there we go. You know what? I probably turned that volume down before unnecessarily. Alright, hello there. Hey up, Sopper. Yeah, go on. I'm up for exciting. Moving house. Now, my limited recollection of your account is that you have had a guild of your own for a long time, so does that mean you're actually moving into a bigger guild? I think that's what I remember from you anyway. Right. Kind of close. Miles off, but still close. Here we go. But yeah, that's quite interesting. I mean, I feel like guild moves are something that I usually find them sad myself, but I think it's because usually there's a sad connotation to them. But if you're happy about it, then that's the main thing, isn't it? Yeah, we're all done there. I think that's the way it is sometimes. I mean, it's like right now, I wouldn't say I'm unhappy or anything, but I'm just a touch concerned. So I think sometimes it is a bit like that, you know, you will always have this feeling of, should I look at what's going on? Oski, thank you for the follow. Hello there. It's like you're not looking out for yourself, are you, if you suddenly decide, right, no matter what's going on, I'm going to just stay here. And I say that as someone who tries to be 100% loyal to my guild family. You know, if I ever in the past have had to move around, it's because there's been a reason for it. But I think that's the weird thing. When I'm core to family, I do feel that I always end up back there anyway. So it's never feels like I'm actually leaving. But yeah, I'm doing alright. We've had a few techie problems this evening, so I'm hoping everything sounds as alright, or at least as alright as it normally does. I don't know what happened exactly, right, but last night I was just doing my Galaxy of Heroes dailies, and out of nowhere my speakers just went on the fritz. You know, like, it was just like white noise coming out of them. So at the time I thought, right, it's probably some software issue. I'll turn my PC off and I'll look at it tomorrow. And I just haven't been on my PC all day, so came back up just for the stream, turned it on, and straight away it's like... So, yeah, I've had to do some troubleshooting, and essentially, I used this bit of software here to, like, route all my audio through. And yeah, it was buggy, I'm guessing, so I've had to reinstall it from scratch. So my mic might be sounding a bit different, because I've probably not put all my settings in the way I'd like it. And yeah, it could be that a few things are not as they should be as well if I haven't routed them in the right way. But look, besides all that, I'm doing good. I'm going to say it's been a good day. Yeah, I'll tell you something, weird way to start the day. Dental appointment. And say, I would not normally, or at least I imagine not many people would say going to the dentist is a good thing. But you come out of there and they say, right, you're doing good, just keep, you know, do one small thing. You know, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, even, sometimes they like, they say they're whitening them, and I never know what they're doing, because obviously they're in my head. But it always feels like they're getting something sharp and scratching at my teeth, and even though it looks good after, I'm like, oh, you know, it never feels good. Yeah, they didn't do that today, so I think, alright, mustn't have needed doing. You've had a long day, school's killing you, but you have a weekend, so that's amazing. Honestly, that was the thing I used to always loved when I was in school. Just the idea of, you used to have that little relief, didn't you? Even if it was only 2 days, it was like 2 days to do whatever you want. I mean, even like back when I was at uni, that was like the biggest me time I think I ever had, because I'd end up usually coming back home for the weekend. Me and my mum would go watch a football match, and even though it was a whirlwind 36 hours between train rides, football, more train rides, it was brilliant. It just used to really feel like you'd done a lot in a couple of days. I can't say I've had that little itch scratched in a while, but yeah, we're working on it. It's nice when it feels like you've got things you can do, isn't it? I need to do some well, I'll rephrase this. I don't need to do some raiding, but there is a raid attempt I need to do. Essentially, I've done Quadme, Lumi, Caloran, but I've not touched these. So I've got two choices. Do we muck around and try and make these three, or even those three plus staff work? Or do we merge them all into a B2 lead and then maybe run Gungans as a final team? If we do that, it's going to be a bad score, because my B2's R5? Okay, that's probably not the worst thing. But the Gungans are about gear of 8 at best. Coach time. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean about being off to college. I mean, I'm thinking about, for me, it was, I'm guessing just based off that you're about year 9, 10. And yeah, that was, I think if I were to say what was the most hectic year of my life, I think it would be around that time. But I say hectic in terms of like, couldn't tell you exactly what was going on in that period of my life, but I know I was glad when it was over. I think like I got relationship drama and all that lot going on as well, like girlfriends and all that, and it's like, yeah, kind of glad when that moved away. But yeah, I vaguely remember it all, because once I got to like year 11, uni, well, it's like college uni, it was like everything just kind of went more straightforward. It was the nice bit of getting older. I'm 32 now. I kind of wish I could go back to that part of my life, if I'm being frank. Guess what? Gambled the 100 crystals and got Ayla Secura. That's not bad. I mean, if you haven't done anything on Ayla, it's a decent drop into it. I haven't done any because I feel like a lot of my characters are at 7-star. I mean, let's just have a quick gander. Maybe, let's say 25 shards for True, that wouldn't be worth it. Initiate would be a bad one. Gammy Garden maybe would be good, just as far as I haven't actually done anything there. Gower Engineer, again, that might be okay. Big at capital M might. Scando could. Chief Nebbit. There's a few that could be okay, but it's, like I say, very big capitals involved there. Team actually should be done with Conquest by tomorrow. You only need gold crate for the unlock, which makes it faster. I've probably not going to be there on my free-to-play, but I'm hoping I can get there on my main tomorrow. That would be very nice. I'm going to prioritise doing Conquest on my main tonight. I'm on free-to-play now just for the fact that I won't get that done. But yeah, I really want to try and get the mains done so I can focus on Datacrons. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I do need to focus on them here. I mean, you can see here I haven't exactly got a dollar library. In fact, I'll delete them because I can't do jackal with them. But yeah, at least I've got a couple there I can start working on. But yeah, I need to build them. Ooh, I've just had a thought. Those of you who don't like me with my favourite system, you're going to hate me for this, but I am officially doing something. Right. I was toying with it. I thought, do I go all in? Do I add the new ones? But I'm thinking, no. We're going to prioritize the OG5 if you like. But I want to make it like a little mini project for me for the next couple of months. Just see if I can take those OG Night Sisters up to Ralix, so that I could try and do some assault battle work with them, because I am fed up of the death of not doing the assault battle there. But besides that, I've got the Omicrons for Merrin and Asajj, and I can't use them effectively now, so it's like, let's just see if we can get some work done with them. Yeah, partly for the assault battle. I mean, I haven't even done the DT1 yet with it, on this account anyway, so yeah. For sure they're decent. I mean, with Merrin, what amazes me really is that she can almost do what I need her to do where she is. Like, I have beat Jabbers with these Night Sisters, and that is absolutely incredible to me. So that is going to be a project just so we've got a Jabber counter, so that's more solid. Funny though, I look here at Ray, and you're going to see this on my main as well. I'm not touching any of my gear at the moment. It's because I just don't want to not be able to do anything with her. You know, I won't be able to make sure I take her as far as I can. I'm pretty sure T-Max has said recently that they've got all the gear for Ray, and I'm like, I really wish I could. Baze isn't a pilot, but I do want to build him up for Rogue One. So if I just zoom in there. I don't mind the 5 I've got, right? So obviously I'd call them the core trio. Biston's very flex, but ideally I would like Baze instead of SRP, especially for 3v3. Because Cassian and Biston, they can just dot off in 3s. But Baze is just so good when it comes to taking out things like Gungans. Okay, I'll rephrase that. He's better at taking out Gungans. Ewok Scouts platoons, but in fairness, yeah. You think Silver Slacker and Ray were 2-man in full layer teams? I did see that clip on Arnold's channel. That was quite impressive. I know the Monopoly thing's covering up. Let me just move that a second. Oh, wrong screen. There we go. Yep, so Scout is for platoons, but when you think I actually did all these for giggles quite a while back. So, yeah, T-Bow and Scout, maybe their time is soon to be here as far as joining the rest of the Ewoks. I'd like to get that done. In fairness, I always defend my Ewoks. I mean, I'll just bring them back up for a second, because I always think you put a fast Paplu in the team, it's going to do work. I mean, 274, I have not touched those mods probably in 3 to 4 years, just for the simple fact, with that plus 25% speed, if you're going to beat something with Ewoks, that does it. Originally, it was a bit of a meme. This is before the GAC switch happened, where Crystals got involved. So at the time, I was like, go on, every time I lose a GAC, I'm going to add a relic level to an Ewok. And yeah, this is before Nisa, but with these 5, it was like, wow, I lose a lot. But in the defense, they do some work from time to time, so it's not something I have any regret over. You know, I actually think doing T-Bow and Scout is kind of cool in terms of completing the job, if you like. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that they aren't more useful. Alright, Matt, but just for what it's worth, I tend to find opinions off of people like Calvin Awesome on stuff like this. But as far as R8, let me just bring it up. Oh, you know what I mean? I can't even find the scavenger. Yeah, so for R8's it's impulses. Now I've got quite a few of these, to be fair. Now what I tend to do, I wouldn't even touch them. In guild activity, I just tend to buy those straight out. So yeah, I was just checking my currency. I can't really buy them now, but I tend to just wait until I've got my Mark III currency. Just buy these 2. If I know I need R9s, so you know, say I've been doing Darth Revan and Malak recently, I'd start hoarding these as well. I'd probably actually prioritize these because they're more expensive. That's the tricky thing. If you're doing speed bike, that's a bit of a rough one. Because you could do it. I would say the best way to go then is to use the Mark II currency, but it's not the best conversion. Let me bring this up a second. Just for the simple fact I was watching a video earlier on it. Assuming YouTube's cooperating. Just a little by the by, I've been watching Bit Dynasty's stuff on Territory Battle Omicrons. Even though they don't like his Omicrons, I must say they kind of paint an interesting picture sometimes. You know, is it worth it, is it not? The one that really intrigued me is the Gungans. So that isn't my video or anything, just want to make that clear, that's Calvin Awesome. He does break down the best places to get the Relic 6 to Relic 9 materials. And essentially it is using Mark II currency for some of it. So if I recall correctly, let me just bring the scavenger back up. I think what he detailed is that for Relic 9s, he does get these pieces from the Mark II currency. So they drop pretty frequently. I mean, I think I saw those. I click again, right? I think I did see them in my Mark II shop. Yeah, so we could have bought some of them. So they aren't actually too bad to convert, it's just that, how do I put it? If you're like me, you don't want to give them up. I know I could give them to someone and they would benefit from it. And it's a bit similar with these, like you don't really want to give these away. So if you aren't doing speed, if you're doing speed bike instead of Naboo, you don't really have a choice, you kind of need to give these away. And the best way to get these is doing with Mark II currency, but yeah, it blows a bit. Alright, you're talking about error magnifiers there. A very weird one for me, that, because if I'm just speaking from a personal point of view, I haven't actually had to get error magnifiers in a while. I assume you are talking about these, because they... Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Doctor's here. Be confusing, yeah? Yeah, so, error mags. We used to get them from the Challenge Pit raid, and that's been a couple of years gone now. So I had like a horde of them because I was not actually doing anything with them. So I've not really needed to farm them, but you tend to just get them here and there, which is, I know that isn't the best way of describing it, but it's like I tend to get them from Conquest. I think they do give them for max crate, let me check. Ooh, oh no, they do. They give 10 for max crate. So even though it's like 10 a month, I do tend to keep them topped up that way, especially when I'm not doing R8s every month. But I'm guessing based on what you're telling me, you're not getting red crate in hard Conquest. For that, I don't actually know what the rewards are for easy or normal. Let's have a look. We got rewards. Alright, so this could be a little out of date. Yeah, they don't give you error mags though. That is a little bit sucky. And that's for normal, so I don't know if easy is a bit different. Crystals could actually be your best bet. I know it isn't a nice one to consider, but let me just have a quick look. So I certainly wouldn't recommend using crystals unless it's a last resort, but oh yeah, that is rough. Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm looking at impulse detectors, I'm on the wrong one. I mean, they're cheaper, that's something, you know, comparatively. You see, I can't help but look at that, though, the droid brains. If I'm desperate for an R9, I would buy that for a droid brain. But, yeah, for 250 less, that, to me, isn't great value. But, yeah, that is also an issue, like T-Max says. There is a fair amount of RNG there. I mean, if I click here, I know it does show them there. I keep going for impulses. Aeromax and Droid Brains, Girders. You've got a possibility of getting them, but if I remember right, they're actually quite low amounts anyway, so it's not like you could really efficiently farm them. I mean, if I just go Assault Battle, Duel of the Fates. Here we go, I think it's Gerbil who did this. So, if you were to take the two Poncho Bros up to R9, you would get one of the following. So that's 5 Girder keypads or 5 Droid Brains. At tier 5, so that's a Relic 7. You would get one of the following in terms of Zimbindles, Impulse Detectors, or Aeromags. And then also one of the Signal Datas. So, that is a lot of RNG. I mean, for what it's worth, it's certainly worth doing that in terms of they are very much worth doing for this Assault Battle. I mean, I've gotten to R7 on my free-to-play. I kind of want to take them to R9 because that is actually quite nice. Not necessarily I mean, the credits are nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm not bleeding credits right now. These tiers alone have given me so many credits, unreal. And the crystals are, you know, I don't sniff at crystals for sure. But that is kind of worth it for me. More so the Girders. The Droid Brains I tend to top up alright from Territory War. We aren't like a really hard-focused Territory War guild. In fact, if I could, I'd get lesser focused on Territory War. But, yeah, I always feel like I have a kind of strong enough supply of them. Whereas the Girders, I just hate farming them. So I would always want them dropping. Yeah, let me just leave this in the chat as well. Maybe that could help as far as, you know, getting your head around that one. I think Assault Battles are definitely a way to go, though, in terms of getting relic materials. I mean, it's like I said when I started with the Night Sisters. I think that's one of the reasons I want them. You know, the other is for GAC for doing Jabba things, but just being able to actually get more signal data every month, you know, it's going to be worth it. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I mean, how I view it, right? I don't think I don't think my actual Discord link is incorrect, but let me just pop it in just in case it isn't. You know, it's done that again. I try and copy my Discord link and it says hidden copy button. I'm like, what? Let me turn off streamer mode. I think it's connected to that. What's the bet it does it again? There we go. There we go. Hey, Storm, how you doing? Yeah, the bottom line I was saying there, obviously, was just the fact that if you've got any questions, just shoot them in there, because if I can't answer, like say I'm busy, there's a fair few people in there who talk Swago, they'll be able to give you an opinion on something. And honestly, a lot of them are more knowledgeable than me. So, definitely not a bad place to ask a question. Might be better, you know, they're all like the Swago event server and all those kind of things, but maybe mine's just that little bit quieter. But yeah, I'll be honest, and I'm not saying this in a funny way, I can't remember what I'm doing. Memory like a goldfish, I tell you. Let's go here. Ranger's a good source as well. Yeah, I haven't actually seen if Ranger's got a Discord. I mean, I say it like that, I'm sure he has, but you know what I'm like? I'll join someone's server and then I'll never really chat there. And it's not because I don't want to get to know people, but it's like, I just forget. Oh, you mean on streams? Yeah, I was going to say, he's a great guy, Ranger. Just comparison, right? This is my Discord list. I've got a bunch here. I like to consider these like either OG streamers or like really must-know servers, if you like. I've got, I mean, to be honest, Scribe's in the wrong place there. Scribe was like the first one I put in there because he was like, at the time he was small. You know, like he was a really small content creator, and he's really jumped up. So you know what, just for my own, the fact that I feel like I'm here as well. Zareth, he's jumped up that list as well. Go on, I'm putting a few more up here because I feel like I'm really being funny not doing it. But you know what I mean, there was so many who were like in that little category. Like, you got like the Cubs fans, Hans originally, and mobile gamers, and they've dropped out, and so many servers in this game. And you can't chat in them all. But I like to keep tabs just in case anyone says something in one, or there's some way you want to ask a question. What am I farming at the moment? I am working on my Gungans tentatively here. I'm not like heavy farming them, I'm just trying to get the shards built. Just when we actually started up here, I did add Night Sisters to my favourites. I want to try and get them Jabba counterable, or at least better than the admin. So I'd like to think that's just going to be like a little pet project. And then we've got a few things like Sia and Cal that I want to get ready for, what's it called, for PvE. Obviously Malikos joins that group. DTMG is more for Conquest I'm thinking about, even though he is a great character. But I think the part of that is I haven't really got the remnants for him. I could do like DTMG, Gideon, TFP for like a 3v3 team, but I know I need to build up Gout a bit more. A few little issues. But yeah, essentially that's kind of where I am. I've got like the Padme trio that I'm going to start rollicking again. I've just paused that to just farm some chrysanthemum shards. That I never did. I've got Night Sisters, a little project for down the line. I've got the Sea and Malikos group for pretty much now as soon as Ray's farmed. And yeah, then it's just maybe a few odds and sods, like we've got Baze and Scout just for different reasons. Feels very much all over the place how I describe it, but there is kind of a method in the madness. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw that ping up there. I thought, what's Marvel Snap pinging me about this time of the week? And I don't know if any of you guys heard about that. Over the weekend, I think it was, on Monday, when TikTok went down, Marvel Snap went down as well, because the parent company was connected to TikTok. I'd say the parent company, it was more like the publisher. So, yeah, it was a funny time just watching on from the UK and just thinking, oh, I'm glad I haven't got myself involved in TikTok. You think you have more favourites than me? Wow, you're doing well. I always feel like I've got way more favourites than anyone. You love that, Arnold. It's like, I read up a line. Keep forgetting Arnold does Discord. Yeah, I don't forget about it, but I never go on there for the simple fact it's either. It's usually just very noisy. You know, like if I try and just read a bit of the chat, you're like, ooh. So I just don't even get engaged there. It's more just for have access to his go lives if I need them. But yeah, Love Vader R9, that was a weird one. I really should have done JML first, but the whole idea with Love Vader is you want relics on the team. I just haven't backed them up yet. I got RG to R7, so I'm happy with that. But ideally I could do pushing him up a little bit more. But also the flip side is, do you really want the relics now? I mean, Love Vader's such a weird character. Hey, I'll be honest, I will take that, because like I say, usually, I mean, you look at the famine in a little bit, I've usually got quite a few rows of favourites, so if I'm going less than people in the chat, I'm doing something good. Alright, power attack. Let's just get some of that farmed before I actually forget. I'm going to have to actually write down what I need on Crimson for Ray, because I've got a rough idea of what she does need, but I don't know what I haven't got. You know, I said that there'd been an issue with the audio. It's still there. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Like if I just mute the audio a second. Sorry, mute the music. Just hear this. It's like a little crackle. I don't know what's causing it. Thought you were hallucinating? I mean, it's just one of those things, right, that irritates. It's like... I don't know why it happens. Is it? I can't remember who I'm farming on. It's Cal, I think. Yeah. I know I need 100 of these. Oh, I aimed on punching one. I remember it every sodding time. I'll see I've got so much energy available, and it just reminds me punishing one. I did 3 sims of this on my main the other day and got 0 shards. Oh, sorry, 3 refreshes, I should say. That was painful. Yeah, Shell Shop currency is always worth having available. I mean, I've got a fair amount there. Arguably too much, you know, in terms of I could spend a bit of it. But I always think it's better to have it and not be overspending it, if you like, because then if you do need things, you can just splurge on them a bit. Okay, go away, please. First it was Marvel Snap, and then it's my server repeating what Marvel Snap says. You know, it's like, yeah, I get the message, Right, mods, that's the last one I need to do, and then I can hop off here, really. Kind of. Yeah, that's one of the things that was in my mind as well about DCs. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the biggest factor for me, but it's certainly a factor. I only say that because actually, though I haven't really got that many. I'd like more. But yeah, I think but for me, the bigger priority in terms of Datacron is actually getting them versus rerolls. Bit of a weird one, this. Because there's no way I want to touch that offense. So it's got to be the health, but that just feels wrong. Right, 21 speed. And then hopefully we get 2 for 2. Hey! Come on, give me a good one. I'll take it because it hit the speed, but I mean, it's 20 plus. It's not a bad roll, but you just look at it and you're like, come on, couldn't you have just like traded the amount? Actually, I think that is a genuine thing to say, right? Especially when you're looking at it like this. Like, that bar on health was about there, I think. Like, it really should move it. It shouldn't recalculate it, if you like. It should say, right, you had this amount of a slice on health, so we're just going to move that and give the corresponding amount of speed. You know, and obviously round up or down, depending on what the number is, but I just think that sucks when it's like, oh yeah, you got a big chunky slice of health, we're going to convert that to a not so chunky slice of speed. Oh well. Was it Ahsoka next? Yeah. I don't think I've completed that on this one. I don't think I have. definitely for the lack of trying. I saw it pop up a few times in Conquest last night, and I was like, okay, good. We got that, we didn't even try. Yeah, repose 10 times, I gotta do it once more and complete 5 GC feats. Okay. I take it that worked well. I mean, I feel like this, I'm not even going to suggest that for myself. I mean, I didn't do anything with Rhea. I think I took her about gear 9 on my main. That's a fair point for riposte. Although when you said that, I genuinely thought you were talking about like, oh, she's good. I just wanted to mess around and Galactic War, so I used that team. I was like, I'm pretty sure Bad Batch will still do well there. I was like, yeah, you do your team, Max, you know. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, honestly, I think for myself, it's just, for one anyway, I might as well just throw in Dooku here. There we go. I'm wondering if I reset the game, the audio will settle. I really need to nag my officers as far as we've got hot utils, war tools, and it'd be really nice if we can get it set up so that we can deploy platoons via the bot. You can place defenses via the bot. Not like a big we must do this kind of thing, but anyone who uses them, I don't know about yourselves, but personally I did like having the ability when we were doing it. It was when we had a guild swap around, we just didn't bother resetting it up. But yeah, kind of a nice thing just being able to not go in game to make sure you've done things. Right, there it is. Yeah, if you were talking about me, I've got them all saved up. Oh, you talking about yourself? Hey, cool. I'm hoping I can get another 3 Omicron sometime soon so I can, you know, actually think about applying a luxury one. I don't know what, but it would be nice to think, hey, I'll pick one for me. Is anyone else thinking like me that whatever the next Conquest unit is, I just really hope that it's a ship. Like, I don't care what the ship is, if it's meta-defining, if it's absolute trash, just give us a ship. Give us 3 months where I don't have to think, oh right, we've got another Conquest unit coming out that's going to need Omicrons and Giga, and it's just been consistent in the last 12 months. Right, I'm actually going to shut this entire EA app down. See if it settles the noise down. I think there could be an argument that if something was introduced that was as annoying as Punishing 1, then yeah, I kind of get what you mean. I personally am just hoping it'd be something that could actually maybe course correct that a little bit. Oh man, Ray Rock. I would genuinely like to see the reaction from everyone if that were to happen. That would be so entertaining. You know, you might as well just get the popcorn and sit back and watch the fireworks. I mean, for me, the obvious one that's staring everyone in the face is Luthen. Like, I know Andor's coming out, maybe they'll want to tie it closer to it, but just give us Luthen's ship. Make it have some connection to profundity. Voila. Or even if you don't want to be profundity, make a Atball lifter. I mean, I think that's kind of an okay spot for it, though. I mean, I actually use it for malevolences. I tend to get okay banners against that, you know, in terms of... best way I can put it, before, it wouldn't have been good even for that, whereas now it's kind of good for malevolence. I wouldn't even really trust it for a lot of cleanups. So, you know, I kind of get what you're saying. You know, it could definitely go up a tier, but I don't want a marquee for it. Well, I say a marquee, I don't want a Conquest ship for it. Just give me a marquee that can give you some buff. Arguably, Finalizer needs a bigger buff. I mean, that Punishing One introduction really wrecked Finalizer in terms of giving it that one thing it was good at. It needs a new toy. Something that'll go with Echelon and just lift it again. I mean, you can still. There is a way, even though I'm not comfortable trying it, but it's just... You know what I mean? It's definitely up the difficulty level of it. Yeah, I did do that wrong that time. And I think actually since then I've tried doing it the other way around, but I forgot which fleet I was meant to do it against and lost because of that. So I learned the lesson, but didn't apply it in the right place. Yeah, that's where my head is going to, Max, a bit. I don't want to be thinking, alright, I've got Finalizer for this. Not to mention, Triple Attacker has always been iffy with Finalizer. I mean, if you've got Hounds 2 starting, then, you know, maybe. I was going to say, is the game deciding to load? Wow. Sorry, I just saw a football score. Just on the off chance any of you follow football, Sheffield United 0, Hull City 3. That was not on my bingo card. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I put a tweet out earlier saying I don't actually have anything against Sheffield United, but with a lot of their former Stoke players involved in the squad at the moment, I kind of can't say I like the thought of them winning. I had like a little comparison in my head, and it was like I got as far as going. It was like going on a date with someone. You kind of get on, but she comes back to you and says, I think you're a nice person, but I don't think we get on well. So they meet another fella, and they're engaged. And that happens multiple times to the same guy somehow. Like, it must be multi-bing. I'm trying to think, what is a bigamist that's more than two? Whatever that. But I'm just generally feeling a little bit salty towards Sheffield United because they've got so many of our former players now that hard not to look at them and go, can you stop taking our former players at the very least? Some were loan players, some of them were ours permanently, we let go, but you see them all combined together and it's like watching what your team could have been. Right, the game audio didn't sort itself. I'm actually going to mute it. It isn't fixing itself. No point pushing through it. Yeah, it beat me to. Well, I beat you to it. Thanks, Arthur. Right, we have got some rope to do, I think. We're going for castle today. I'm a bit surprised at that. Normally we go for haven. We only deploy there, but it's usually been enough to get us a star or two. I think our max effort actually did get us 3 stars on haven. I think. Or we were close to it. I seem to remember there was a mad push from officers saying, just throw at any random Rally 9s into a CM and try and win. Or Rally 8s, I should say, not Rally 9s. You starting to see event? Honestly, piece of cake. Or at least I found it a piece of cake. You know, I was talking about the rows on Tammin. I'm actually under some level of control right now. It's about the same as Crimson. And I actually added things there. Oh, we'll take that. This is such a weird thing to see, though. I mean, I've got 332 car attack. And I've got 375. So, if I were to drop an upgrade on C right now, it would drop me below what Ray needs. So I'm not willing to give him the car attack. Was that because you did well because it's easy, or because something went wrong? Yeah, that sounds about right. The thing is, when C's event first came out, Sidious was bugged. Well, he was bugged for a while, but no one knew he was bugged. So it was really tricky, and like you had to specifically mod Sidious at the time. And I can't remember what they did exactly to fix him, but yeah, it was night and day after. I'm sure it was something like they made sure he was gaining crit chance or potency or something. It was something in one of his abilities, his lead or unique, and it wasn't working. I feel sad for C. He isn't that, you know, he's a GL. Any GL deserves attention, but I honestly feel like I've got to make sure Ray is geared up first. Like, she will partner Kylo. Whereas, you know, Steve will have his moment, but it's not imminent. Yeah, for sure, they're both great to go for. Not for yourself and for your guild. Alright, we've got ground war tomorrow, that's good. Get some extra materials there. How many crystals do I have? 1400. I always hope that's something he would really tempt me and push me over, but never does. Grand War's the one with Jedi, Ewoks, and if you're lucky, an Ugnaught. I suppose it's lucky or unfortunate, depending on your point of view. Alright, so just to break down what I'm thinking on this account as far as what I'm working on. JMK I do want to take to R8, so he's there as a reminder, you know, stop procrastinating, do it one day. DTMG's kind of similar. I want to take him up to R7, so again, little reminder. C, no brainer. Enoch, he's going to be like all the layer racks R7, or whatever they need. Same with Trooper. Newt, I want to take to R7 for the raid, but right now, very awkward to know if I should do it or not. I mean, I feel like this, he's going to get gear at some point because of Lord Vader, but right now it's like, ugh. Yeah. A lot of the raid is better, I will completely agree, Peak. I mean, I've done most of my runs. I've got 2 left on my free-to-play, and the reason I've got 2 is because of Newt, or more Sidious Newt. That I don't think is working better. I think it's actually worse. So I'm in 2 minds what I do there. If I wait until someone who's got a bigger brain than me can work out a way to make that threesome work still, or if it's a dead team and I need to go down and do B2 lead. I'm hoping I don't need to do that because it would be a shame. Streamer talk about Newt, yeah, exactly. The reason he's there, I mean, I've got Bad Batch here as well, but that's purely because they're the current season. I've got a feeling they're going to be in Conquest, so it makes sense to build them up if I can afford to. Plus, Marauder, so a couple of little reasons there on here. Marek and Shin, couldn't remember where Shin is. I want Balin, so they're the only 2 I'm missing. And yeah, then it's just the not Leia stuff, the Ahsoka stuff. So I feel like there's a pretty clear vision. I always actually say this to you, you know, if you're looking just from afar. Look at what I've got favorited that isn't available. Straight away you can see what I'm working on then. And then after that, it's just little things like, why have you got Bad Batch here? You know, that kind of stuff. So, let's go here. We've got a fair bit of normal energy, so that is nice today. Feels so weird getting that data, not signal data. The alt tickets, and I can't use them. You know, I was watching something earlier. I think it might have been Michael McIntyre. We were watching that, but it was something. There was a line being said about. Oh no, it might have been a League of Their Own. Just this line along the lines of, I haven't had my cup of coffee this morning, and someone said it takes me about 3 or 4 to wake up. And that's generally how I feel, even though I've had 3 cups today. I still feel like I'm just not with it. I like that Sabine's on a low node. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Sabine, I mean Hu Yang. It does feel like the energy's going to drop a little bit once they're the only things I'm farming, essentially. You have unclaimed Castle Run rewards. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting deja vu with that. It is nice. I tend to find it quite a good time. It's pretty easy for me just in terms of, obviously I'm streaming at like afternoon time usually. So it's pretty chill just as far as I can do the fleet climb with people, just warm myself up with the stream. You know, it works nice, and then when I do my evening streams, I've got me dailies to do. Although granted, I don't particularly enjoy doing an hour's worth of dailies. It's definitely a case of I get distracted easily. I remembered. I did actually remember. I was just about to go to Night Trooper and start farming. I can't even remember what the gear piece is, but I was just about to do it. I thought, hang on, you haven't done Punishing One. Alright, hopefully that'll be done soon. I mean, it's what, 36 shards or blueprints? I know that's why I'm feeling stretched right now. I'm trying to do refreshes on each character, and ugh, it's pain and suffering, I tell you. Pain, suffering. Death, I fear. Right, what am I working on with my mods? I know I've had to change tack on my main because I have been doing speed offense mods in terms of, well, offense percentage secondaries. But I've actually run out of mods that I've got good stats like that, so I'm sort of whittling down just general speeds that could be worthy of an upgrade. We're on to Thrawn. He's got a... Actually, saying that, did we do him all? Yeah, we did him, I think. Oh no, it's the square, not the diamond. Yeah, we're 19 speed. Yeah, okay. Would have been nice to have got it then. You've got some Marin shards, nice one. I think that's the one thing with that. It's not a hard farm. I mean, I really do hope CG can do another one like Cal. Even if, like Cal, they make it very annoying to get him. Like, when you think, Cal is probably the only character in 5 years or more that's been unlockable at Gear 12. Yeah, at Viston, I'm like, yeah, I've had him a while. I can't help but be a bit like... I do need to do these, though. Just need to pause the farm at some point and get them done. Why is Biston farmable on now, or a ship? Ah, okay. Right, that's a bit weird. He did used to be on a node, didn't he? Was it... I think it was a fleet node. I don't think it was the one Marin's on. Yeah, I think it was that one. Either that or that. I vaguely remember it being around here. It would make sense if it was Star Fortress, because that's kind of new, but I think that IG-12 is kind of new. I just wanted to actually have a nosy at this, because I haven't seen what's been on the fleet nodes for some time. I think you'd argue Mando could move from here now. He doesn't need to be on such a high fleet node. And I'm not surprised that the Punishing One's kind of in that weird spot. I didn't realise I had that scouts there. You know, there's a point when you just farm them, you don't loot where you're farming them. Oh yeah, I know he's on a light side, is it? I know he's easy to get in terms of where he is, I just can't remember exactly where. I'm guessing he's dark side. There he is. Yeah, I knew he was on one of the hard nodes. Just that thing of, you know, because he's on a hard node, you could take him off the fleet node and put something new there. Probably something that people will want for a while. Already got your layer marquees 7-starred and ready. Hey, nice one. I'm in the same boat, actually. Have I got this? Oh, hang on, I'm looking on... I've also got layer unlocked here. My free-to-play, I have got them all at 7-star, so I'm kind of in that spot. I mean, arguably, Biston's U-Wing wouldn't be bad. you know, in terms of if it is kind of in that weird spot where it hasn't got a permanent home, giving it a fleet place again wouldn't be the worst shout, but arguably they should just give it a permanent spot in a store somewhere. Hey, if you do it, GG's. I mean, I can't say I could commit to that. Hopefully Love Vader can be worked on, but I'm not committing to it at this point. Simply because with the number of marquees that are coming out, we kind of know that Bad Batch aren't going to be needed for something big. So I'm just hoping we're not going to regret not working on them. Dop 22 Entertainment with the raid. Party of 4. Hello there. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, my button did work. It was just taking its time. There we go. But yeah, going to say, we're just talking about what we're sort of working on, and Soppy has just been saying about trying to get all the GLs before, or that were released before Ahsoka. I don't feel I'm far off in that front, but I can't say I want to commit to it. I mean, I'm working on C right now. Love Vader, probably the less steady the better. And I won't go for Ahsoka next. So it's like, an odd one, isn't it? I'm doing alright, Dop. How about yourself? We're just relaxing on Friday night. It's been one of those long ones for me today. You know, I couldn't tell you a thing that had happened that was why today felt long, but I think it's one of those days I just crash on my bed and I think, where did today go? Like I mentioned at the start, I've been to the dentist, and it's that little thought in my head saying, she didn't inject me with something, did she? Yeah, we can grab another one tomorrow. Do that. I don't think we really need anything, because I need to use it because we've got loads of currency, but I don't think there's anything I'm missing or low on. Okay. Also, just a little by the by, I was saying about on my free to play, I want to start working on Night Sisters a bit more. They're all gear 12, so that's nice. What I've been doing kind of on the side, I've been putting a bit of gear into my Phoenix, and it all came down to that GC the other day. I was like, God, I'm sick of not being able to use Phoenix properly here. So they're only about gear 11, maybe one's gear 12 now that I can't remember. It might be Chopper, but it's like, okay, they've got a little bit of gear. You know, I could maybe do something with them in a pinch. And they just feel a touch better than they did. Plus, the ships are a bit better as well. So, I'm trying to take that mentality at the moment with farming. Just give things a little nudge here and there when you can afford it, you know? Although, you look at my car set now, it'd be like, could you afford it? Sorry, not my car set, my Cabantes. I'm not used to saying car attack, I think. This was decent. Hadn't got a lot of any of it. Babs and bindles, very nice. Okay. If I could crack me net properly, I would. Let's get into this mess. So, I'm actually not doing too bad. I'm on box 5. Halfway to box 6, so 488 out of 630. So yeah, definitely worse places to be with 4 completed days, shall we say. I was on sector 5 when I finished last night. Alright. Okay, so let's see, what are we using in the set, because I honestly forget every time. Ooh, okay, Evasion, Great Mothers and Morgan, and Remnants. Remnants I don't mind, they're easy for me to do. Even if it's a bit of a slog in terms of I'd like to get them done easy. Evasion, I wouldn't call it easy, but there are a few teams I can throw in. Like, I was using this a little bit. Okay. I mean, in fairness, I am talking about doing it passively, not like sitting on a node, but yeah, I do agree, it's a good cheese. Like, got a couple of dodges there. I'm going to do that just so we can't call the assist straight away. Yeah, that's kind of where my head is at the moment. It's not that I don't want to try and do things easy if I can, but I'm not like going out my way to do it either. It's like if I can do some feats on the move, you know, it's all right by my book. Put some more there. There isn't any foresight there, is there? It's this one, I think. Or maybe not. Why is Cal here? I feel he's got foresight in his kit. Gotta be that. Yeah, 10 plus stack still going foresight, right? Second mission. Oh, hang on, we're talking about the yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Whatever your standard Anakin mods are, it should be fine. Like, I'll be honest, I did not do a single mod switch when I was running it the other day. I'd got a Zeta on Sid, but that's about it. Ooh. Maybe I should have gone for Anakin a bit earlier. Alright, we can ult. Hopefully we get a few evades in here. Maybe not. How rude. Right, so Ahsoka can't evade, so might as well just nuke her. I think anyway, a basic definitely can't be evaded, maybe a special can. Anyway, we got it. You know, you just reminded me of John Fashanu there, Ray Rock. He was a footballer who hosted gladiators over here in the UK and walked onto the arena floor in the 90s. And he greeted everyone going, "Awooga!" I can't remember what Awooga's meant to be. It's something like... It's something Nigerian, but I can't remember it yet. It's constantly in my head as like one of these nostalgic hits. Alright, we got... What was this? Starkiller. So... I'm thinking, do we try the Remnants here? Like, we go for the big boy Remnants, as it were. Leave those for a separate attempt. I mean, crit hit immunity is kind of nice on Barris. I mean, we don't want to crit her. So I'm the idiot who dispels it. Alright, just keeping track of things, you know. When I'm asking myself in 5 minutes, why did we lose that battle? Then I can easily point to the fact that, yes, I'm the idiot who dispelled that critted immunity. Oh joy. Yeah, get another stack of that on us. Oof. Ow. So that was a bit optimistic of me. Yeah, let's just do Great Mothers. We gotta use them, so might as well throw them in for this. Ooh, not Daka. Not Daka. 1, 2, 3. Could do a check on my globals as well. I'm pretty sure I'm on top of most of them, but I may be 1 or 2 behind. Alright, let's just go for Barris. Okay, let's go for Vader just so Vader doesn't do Vader things. And Starkiller. I like this song, by the way. It's like just nice and chill. Like, I've never entertained the prospect of it, but I imagine if there was a thing such as ASMR Wago, I imagine this would be something that could be, well, maybe not ASMR even, but like, what is it, low vibe? A low-key vibe? Whatever, I can imagine that kind of thing being on the playlist. Just chill vibes. Yeah, that's the JKL tier 3 just reversed. Sorry, JML, not JKL. Alright, Gungans. Oshi Otakunga. Alright, so we can't do Balin, but we can do the light side. Just before we start it, I do want to check the globals, because I think we are nearly on top of them. Just got to do more with the Balin Shin. Okay. That's not bad, though. We got to equip a data disk, I think. Or was... It might have been we have to use this. Hey, at least you didn't lose tickets. If I remember right, the idea is don't... I can't remember if it's don't cull or don't... With Vader, you're going to get the Terminator train that Palp provides. So I do think you do... Yeah, I was going to say that bit's easy. I think with that... Yeah, that's it. The Palp one, I lost once. And it's because I didn't use Palp's first special. I think that just gave me that little bit of extra offense to get through the rest with Luke. So that might be what went wrong for you. It might. Because after that, you really want just stick to basics. Keep the shock on, Luke. Yeah, stun isn't what you're going for there. You're going for the offense up. All I need to do is use a light side squad here, and I'm faffing around like, what am I picking? had to just check in my head then, thinking, I can beat Gungans here, can't I? Again, great forward planning. Right, let's just go for the shield. Right, so as it stands, we're probably going to lose Ben. There he is. Oh, you did the second special, did you? I mean, there's a logic to that. Kinda want to just see if we can do damage. Nah, that was a waste. I knew the shield was up, but I was like, is Drogon ramps up enough? You know what I mean? It's certainly a solid way of doing it. I didn't try it myself, but I can understand why it would work. Alright, shield down. Considering this is like the only time I want to go in for this node, it would be very nice if we could get hold Ben back. So for that reason, I'm actually going to hold on the ult. I want to see if we can get a Gungan into low numbers, shall we say, because I think low health and we kill them. Like, I think Phalanx could go with a reasonably decent hit. I was hoping that'd do less damage than the basic. Do that. I'm going to chance it. Yeah, oh, it must have been a bloody Pakaru gold, Ben. All that faffing around was wasteful. Oh, you're talking about this? Yeah, gas probably could do it. Alright, so we did lose a star there. We can always come back and get it if we need it. I think I will grab that. I don't feel like there have been any standout discs this set. Like, there have been interesting ones, but I don't think there's been any of those, like, really crack combinations we've had in the past. You're still able to win, which is the main thing, but you think about, like, say, Volatile Accelerator Amplifier kind of deal, or Zealous Ambition. You're kind of looking for those really overpowered ones, and there's not been anything that makes me feel like those did. There's just essentially good damage buffs. Hey, if you saved up, you're doing good. Right, I'm going to use this here. And then we've got Enoch and Knight for set to 4. And we've got DTP for set to 3. Can't remember how many they need each. Oh, you get. It's only a little droid. But you made him really little. Oh, you get. On my free-to-play, I have to use Enoch here, and I'm so glad I've been able to get the invasive ending disc. Essentially, one of them, usually Enoch dies, and then the rest of them just start falling apart. The thing of beauty. Not going too smoothly, though, I will admit. Alright, so Anakin's angry. When isn't he? I feel like I need another disc of some sort. Like, I know I can't get any more now, but like there's a bit of me thinking, I wish I'd been able to get like is it critical debuffs? I've got it on my free-to-play, and it's nice just knowing that you've got a few debuffs that can work with what you're trying to do. Alright, that was a waste. Alright, one win down. I'm genuinely wondering though if there's something I can do to make this a bit more comfortable. The Naboo RNG, they've essentially changed the command droid so he has a set cooldown and he can't use that bonus turn on himself. So it just makes the runs a lot more consistent except for Darth Maul lead. Assuming that's what you were asking, because you kind of went between that and C event very quickly there. Ah, okay. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to put Invasive Endings on. Just for the simple fact, I think I would benefit from it. Take Vitality off. Let's see what else we got. Don't really... Actually, Undercover could be nice with using Dark Trooper right now. You know, if they do gun for him early, maybe we can stealth and protect him a little bit. I say that, we don't need him to survive, it's just me not wanting to lose him. Nice one. Like I say, he's very easy to get now. Right. Yeah, I think those changes really did well because TFP dying just killed them. As long as I don't need to keep someone alive, this should be fine just to keep churning it out. There we go, loads of that. Well, dots and thermals. You know, I will say this. It feels like tonight, but not just tonight, but it feels like at the moment, all the people I follow on YouTube, Twitch, whatever, no matter what game I follow them for, they're not actually playing the game I follow them for. It's just that weird thing of like, Swaggo, that weird part of the season where people don't really want to be playing it. So, yeah, I kind of get why that's happening. Marvel Snap is kind of in a lull at the moment, so a lot of them players are playing Marvel Rivals. It's just funny witnessing it. It's like, I don't know how else to phrase it. It's just weird. And I can't blame them either, you know, it's like, Rivals has been fun. No worries, Sop. Go and say enjoy yourself, Eternal. Can you please stop going for my Morgan? I mean, they went for Talia. I should have killed him. I don't know if they're going to get rid of it, but I would be glad if they remove this Morgan surviving kind of vibe. It's not that you can't do it, but I think if you're forcing people to use an undergeared character that is a tank that will taunt, it's a little bit frustrating. It's like if they say for the next set, right, win 15 battles with Omega Fugitive surviving. I don't know about anyone else, but I'll be like, hey, that's easy. You know, we can just pop her under stealth nice and early and she'll be fine. But when it's something like Morgan, who tries to stay out in the open, it's like, really? Just really irritating if it's a tank. I mean, it wasn't the reason I built up the Great Mothers, because the Great Mothers are just, well, they're doing great. But it's certainly one happy side effect here. Right, we're going to mark, or what is it, Doom. We're going to Doom Kenobi, and then let's bless Spirit. It's not that it was bad on full auto, that, but I just feel like it wasn't efficient. Not to mention the speed they have at times, it's absolutely filthy. Just look at that, how they hop in and take so many turns, it's unreal. Well, it isn't unreal, you know, that implies it's never been done before, but hard not to look at it and go, can you just bugger off, please? Yeah, I didn't like that Morgan was healing immune. Alright, I think we've hit the quota for this today. It should be 6 and 4, yeah, that's perfect. So I'll just do 4 of them tomorrow, finish that, and we'll see how we're doing with the remnants. Maybe we can do a little bit more there. Alright, so set to 4, we need to do 5 with Night Trooper and Captain Enoch, and 8 with Shinati surviving. What's this one? Accuracy down, I still need to do. I need to do 2 more battles with the leader slot, and 6 more with Death Trooper Peridia. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and Let's get the Inquisitors in. And we're going to go Mercenary. And we're going to go Shinhate. Oh! That absolute prick. I assume it's if all allies are... This character taunts for 2 turns at the start of the encounter. Oh, I'm assuming it's all one clause, yeah, if all allies are Inquisitorius, damn. Okay, would I benefit from that? Not really. Oh man, that's frustrating. Alright, maybe I take out what? Put in what here? Like, just force the taunt onto Third Sister. There we go. I was essentially there just looking for a risk-free way through. I mean, just something where it didn't matter what they tried, they wouldn't get through me. I was trying to do Slacker, and Slacker's just not that great at keeping someone alive. Which is kind of why I'm excited about Darkside Vision Ray. Oop, didn't mean that button. But that's what I mean, risk-free. Get messed up and still win. Only downside here is I'm not getting Shin Marek. Oh, but saying that, I could slot Marek in. I could maybe take out 7th. I mean, I'd only get 1 at this point, considering... You know, I'm mulling this over as I'm going along, and I'm thinking... If I put in Marek... Let's just do 1. I want to see what the global's at, because I forgot. But he counts as an Inquisitor, obviously, so... All the Purge stuff still should play a part. I was trying to think of anything, because I don't think Seven Sister does much there. I don't think we lose anything big by putting Marek in. Yeah, we need 8. So, you know, I'm actually going to leave that for now. We did 4 with the main group, didn't we? Yeah, we did 4 with those, so I'm going to come back to that tomorrow. I really don't want to be playing DTP here. But I don't want to use all the stamina. Maybe we can get away without DTP. Interesting they didn't go for Enoch. Alright, we can throw the grenade. Go on, we'll call Death Trooper. Right, so I was going to say Storm should die. But he didn't. Wow. Am I wrong in... I don't believe that. They don't even need to survive. So, yeah, I can just throw them in here. Like, I don't need to be overly considerate in how I'm playing. Just make sure they win the battle. I honestly sometimes just need it in big, massive, bold capital letters. They do not need to survive. It's like trying to play for a perfect game when all you need is a draw. Alright, that'll do me. Alright, so another 2. Might even try 3 if it... Yeah, it was 50 we need... 5 we needed, so we'll do another 3. The beauty as well is Saturday nights I tend to be up a little bit late. So if we're burning this now at 4 to 11 my time, then by the time I come back to this, they should be just resetting, if you like. Just handy in case I do want to use them with DCP or something. My plan right now is to try DTP with Night Sisters though. And then after that it's just cheesing these silly ones like Armor Shred. It's nothing that's impossible or anything, you know, too troublesome, it's just... I don't know anyone else, the Armor Shred one, it just gets me because it's like, you've got to really have either patience on a droidica, or you've got to have a good node with a hooks crew kind of thing. Or Phoenix. Phoenix is the other one. I can't be the only one though who sees Enoch doing this in Conquest. And my dopey little brain doesn't remember Conquest as like data disks. And I kind of big up Enoch a little bit because of it. Like I think, oh yeah, Enoch's pretty good, and then when I see him in GAC I'm like, maybe not. Alright, that's a nice tanky cards. And like I said, that one is in Hearty, so we're kind of done with that. Sector 3. I'm going to do the 2 no leaders now, that's Bane and Zach leading. And then it's really throwing Jabba and Cadet to team. Talking about Ralix earlier, I would love to take Bane up. Just for that little bump. And arguably that bump, but just that nice luxury R9. I feel like I need a list of, you know, upgrades that would be nice. Just so if ever, like, there's a rainy day and I've got materials spare, I can go, you can have that. Like, I like to gas to Rally 9. I think he'd be really nice there. I think on my main he's still R7. So taking him to R8 would be a good start. Actually, maybe won't check now. I can't remember if I took him up to R8 just as a he's got to go there eventually kind of thing. I don't think I did. Yes, Set should die in a minute. I have lost this, I think, once or twice, because they really do start to hammer on Bane. There we go. To be fair, that was with previous disc sets, so invasive endings really should help. Oh. I don't waste stamina, so I'm backing out there. Plus, Bane won't get anything out of that. I wish I would remember, though, that you're trying to undersize or something. I recognise why they probably don't want it, but it is kind of irritating when you lose energy on that. Like, no, don't do that to me. Like, add in the fact as well, if I had have, you know, realised I was not undersized, I would have done that feat, and I might not have gone into the hundreds because I feel like I'm on track for the most part here. So I wouldn't have really felt that urge to do a refresh, but now I've kind of gone into my refreshes, it's like, well, let's do a bit more. Alright, who's knocking him out? No one taking a claim? There we go. No one down yet. Oh, 2 down. Alright, all too easy. I'm gonna have to look this song up. I do like hearing this when it pops up. The sound duck more. This is the sound. Alright, we didn't get any people slanting there. I'm assuming Jabba's going. Alright, let's call that in. Just stick to the basics. Nice that saw's out. You can just get a little bit irritating. Wow. Wedge survived a rancor. He's a very persistent rebel pilot. I want to try and make sure I landed that, just on the off chance we haven't been getting progress because of the tenacity up. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah. Alright, we're at box 6. We're at the final stretch. What's this last one? DTP. So we want Talzin. Good start now, I need to work out the rest. Talzin, DTP. Something tells me we go offensive. Like this. Just don't do zombie. Because they're going to have tenacity up, so Asajj could be pretty important. Right, tenacity down's nice there. I don't feel like it's a bad shout to go for base first. Okay, we didn't get the kill then, but as long as DTP's revived, we should be alright. Okay. I won't revive them both because those bombs look kind of scary. Oh. Okay, well, I don't care. DTP survived. Talzin didn't need to. Alright, cleanse the Night Sisters. Put some TD down. Okay, Asajj looking a bit squishy. Ooh, I've just realised we are a bit low on health here and I've just sent them all a bit lower. Alright, basic, just to start the revive train. Cool, we've got back the one we definitely need. Can we get rid of Chirrut? Yes. Bit strange we didn't get the bonus turn then. Right, we'll go all in on Saw. Alright, 2. So far this is feeling alright. 4 more. I know the Great Multis have skewed it a little bit, but I do feel like Merrin has been one of the most impactful characters in terms of lifting a faction. I mean, I go back to the Great Mothers as far as they obviously did a great job, but it feels like they created their own team, whereas Merrin just basically said, right, this team that's already pretty good, We're going to make sure everyone knows that they're great. The fact that people throw Merrin in with the Great Mothers, it's like, yeah, you don't want her just for the revive. She's got a load of cool stuff, let alone just that. Ooh, saying that, I don't particularly like how this is looking. Okay, let's go for Chirrut. Oop. Yeah, I need a kill. Come on, Asajj, you've got it. Oof. That'll do. Without Zombie, there's definitely a bit of diciness, but as long as DTP survives, that's all that matters to me. Right, AoE could get a decent hit on Wedge. Okay, so DTP down again. Just get rid of what buffs we can. Okay. Could be better. We're not liking Dire Straits. I'd be feeling better though if there wasn't so much nasty up on their side. Like you try and get rid of it and they're like, no, we're keeping it. I'm trying to keep the sod alive and they're like, no, die, die, die. Right, revive. I genuinely do mean it when I say I'm sad about Kit how he retired, because these are the sort of battles I'm sure he would have enjoyed criticising my gameplay over. And I know he's popped in a few times, but I respect anyone who retires for kind of stepping back from streams. It's like, you don't want to be going to the person that's, well, to the entity that scorned you, you know. Okay. Cleanse again. The kind of annoying one when Asajj is the one that dies, because I know she really benefits from staying in. Okay, jump around this time, but we're a little risky here. Bit of blind. Let's heal. Let's get rid of the debuffs. Ooh. I mean, that worked. I haven't really got much more to say there. Ooh. My webcam really lagged then, didn't it? Good news after the raid update, the runs are easier. You were able to get max score on first attempt on 3 out of 5 teams. The bad news is Queen Amidala, Poncho Bros and B2's Sepstar have RNG factor. I didn't really experience it with Queen Amidala. I mean, my 2 accounts, I did it first time on both. Granted, one was R9, one was R7. But, yeah, I can't say... Actually, that might be another factor. I also had R2 in both runs. So, again, I don't know if that factors in for you, but I didn't really experience any difficulties. It felt pretty straightforward for me. But for sure, the Seppies, they got hit. I mean, I think if you're doing B2 lead, it would be better. But if it's mole lead, that one seems really tough. I think with mole lead, it just comes down to the fact that you're struggling to get advantage. And I suppose that factors in with the B2 lead, but it's not the thing for that team, if you know what I mean. You know, you're relying on calls to assist and all that. I know the feeling. I definitely had a lot of restarts with them. It's why I'm cautiously optimistic that it is actually better. You know, again, it's only one run on each of my accounts, but it does feel positive based on those 2 playthroughs. Alright, I won't get sore out here. There we go. Bring Daka back. Oop. That was funny. Marion just decided to do her own little animation. Right, is that it? I think have I done all the DTPs? Hey, cool. That's 2. That's the armor shred, isn't it? Yeah. Step to 1. All done there. Yeah, I'm kind of, I won't say regretting, but I am wishing I'd recorded it, because it would have been nice to just show how mine went by comparison. I've got no way of replaying it though. As soon as I got through it, I did share it with my guild. I was like, I want you guys to know so that you go in with a bit of confidence. Okay, I'm trying to think what is best to do for me. Maybe we do the armor shred. I mean, I'm looking just in case we have got a favourable node, but we might just end up doing it here. Yeah, I think we just do it on the mini-boss. Not my favourite thing, this. Alright, so... CLS. Actually, let me just check my data disks first. We don't want that. I can leave that on, I don't need to remove it. Although, saying that, maybe I will. Remove that. Yeah, this feels like a weird one. Whenever a debuff expires on an enemy, all enemies lose 4% to me. So that feels great for this kind of mission. Or this feat. We don't want thermal exhaust, that's just going to be messy. We don't want solid intel. Vitality wouldn't hurt. We want amplify agony, I think. But I'm unsure if we want that much. Entrench might be good. Okay. I think we give that a go. That's a lot to move around. I know Scribey showed a way of doing it, and I haven't memorized the exact way of doing it, but I know it's something like this. Essentially just avoid using their specials. I should have put deployable cooling system on as well. Right, so we've got to let PDK take a turn. There we go, turn taken. Let's do that just so we can avoid him a minute. Can we get GG under control? Let's make sure we got 3 stacks on Sabine as quick as possible. Alright, that's fine. Alright, 3 stacks are on Sabine. So quite literally now, just remember and don't use specials. This is the main reason I don't like this. Again, I feel weird when I say that, because it's like Scribe came out with a great thing and I'm like, oh, I don't like it. It's not I don't like it, I just really wish there was something full auto. Let me just get off this Discord page, it's beeping like mad. But yeah, it feels like if you just lose your concentration for a minute or two, I say a minute or two, a second or two, it costs you. Can't say I cope well with that kind of pressure. I would generally like to know what people think about this in terms of, am I the only one? Does everyone else find this like completely zen? Like, I would absolutely love it if there was some way I could put like a, is it called a macro or something? Like where it would just press the buttons for you. I wish there was some way of doing it. Just the randomness of Termite, you can predict it. Right, 13 stacks. Anyone? I can't even remember how many I need. Let me have a quick look, because I'd rather find out than guess. 30 times. Okay. I can't remember how many we had. Let's just keep going. Alright, 16. I'm a little wary of that Droidica. I feel like we could do with just taking him out. Yeah, that B1 was just concerning me in terms of dealing damage to Sabine. Tell you what, if I could play this slowly in GAC, I might actually be a good player. Alright, 22. I think we've got it done, because I'm pretty sure I was in double digits, but I'd rather get as many as we can versus just winging it and hoping. I mean, I've said this before as well about Conquest. I've said it before, and I've actually said it today on Reddit, right? That as much as I respect that something like this is a great thing for theory crafters, you know, people who like the idea of, right, we've got a problem, how do we solve it? I just wish that it wasn't something like this. I mean, what part of a game sounds fun where you're essentially wasting 10 minutes doing this? Like, yeah, it's serviceable, it does the job, it means that you're getting the stacks you need. But equally, I'm like, this is really what the game developers wanted when they put a feat in? For people to be just sitting here going, right, I'm going to just spam armor shreds. Where the, yeah, I just wish it was more, oh, interactive sounds like the wrong word, but engaging. Right, that's 30. Alter. For 5 big ones. Well, that's that sector completed. So 1 and 2 are completed. I'm pretty sure we just did 3. Yeah, so I actually think we've got on track. Like from here, it's just cleaning up. I'm not rushing Shinhati now. That is probably a valid point. I won't disagree there. I think what I would counter it with slightly though. 2 different types of devs, or at least how I would view it. Sorry, I'm noticing a lot of lag on my camera. You've got those who actually design the game, as far as like they like think, alright, he's a kick character, you know, like you've got Thatcher, for instance. But then you've got those who are like focusing on monetization and whatnot. I can't imagine those who create these cool ideas then think, I can't imagine they really want them to be just used in this weird, really weird way. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe, maybe I'm romanticizing game development. Just doesn't seem to be where I would expect them to want it right now. Alright, I haven't actually touched DCs since the week started. So I'm actually just going to see, can we get a decent level 9 or anything? Hopefully we've got enough cash. Okay, cat. Nothing spectacular there. Can we get just a nicer one? Again? There we go. And I know it's 80, but I'm going to try for that. You know, actually, I don't mind that. It's not the bonus turn one, which one would be nice, but just supposing I never got another cat cron, I would be okay with that because I think it just makes it that little bit more tanky. So I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Could be better though. Trying to think what I'm missing here. I know I've just moved Zareth server on my list. Alright, so this is Zareth's. Just making sure I've got the right one, yeah. So, GLSO cred won't get in time, so no point thinking. Yes, I could benefit from, so that would be nice. Fulcrum, I've got R7, so yeah, definitely would be nice. Magma, not built, so not a bother. We have got a CLS one, I think, so again, not really bothered there. Snow, not built. Chieftain, again, it would be nice, though. I think you could argue if we got Imps, we'd want Piet. If we got Ufus, we want Fulcrum. If we got Tuscans, we'd want Chieftain. Alright. See if I can land any of them. Also, I'm just going to see if we can get some cash. Alright, Tenacity. Offense. This feels like CLS cron straight away. Okay. Before I carry on, have I actually got a 3PO one? No, so 3PO would be another nice one. I mean, that original one Zareth did, that shopping list, I think that was before he realised CLS wasn't a rebel. So, yeah, I think he would have subbed that out for 3PO by that point. Okay, so we'll leave that as it is. Just see what the rest of the cron pulls out. Okay, he's gone down the rebel line, so 3PO would be the one I'd want. Hey! Alright, we got the right level 9. So... Can't say any of those strike me as great. Riposte, perfect. They magnifique. And re-roll the level 3. You know, for a CLS team, I don't mind that. I mean, 3PO and Chewie could benefit them. Chewbacca. So yeah. I don't really feel like I've got to rush out and re-roll that, let's say that. Because that's my Leia cron, so that's my CLS. And arguably the CLS one goes to the wayside. So we won't take this one to level 9, but we can at least start it. The dark side, so Piet or Tuscans. Imperials, okay. Alright. I would have liked a bit more there, but... Alright, be right back, folks. Just gotta go in the other room. Hello there. Ooh, what's that on the screen? I missed something. Audio autoplay is disabled. Okay. I don't know what it's trying to tell me there. So, I was planning on doing Moria, but something's popped up that I just need to deal with. So, I'm going to end the stream here. But yeah. I don't know why my stream's been laggy. It feels like I'm constantly moving really slowly. But yeah, thank you all for being here, folks. I've really appreciated you just hanging out with me while I've been doing my Conquest. I'm actually going to just get on and do my TB in a minute, so yay. But let me see if I can just send you on to someone who's actually online and able to entertain you a bit more. So, let's just do that. We've got just quick thank yous. We had a raid from Dop and we had a follow from Oski, so thank you very much both of you. And let's see, is anyone doing Swagger right now? Nooches. Right, I'll launch into Nooch then. So, enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Rest of your days, maybe? I don't know what part of the world all you're in, but I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye for now.